All right, Boruto episode 161, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I just watched these shits about, maybe an hour ago. Then watched it again. I had to do two takes. One time I ain't gonna trip. Nigga was hold on, bruh. Got shit in my eyes and shit. Let me just get this shit straight up, bruh. I watched the first time lit. Second time I had to, be cool. Had a little food in my belly and shit because I wanted to, get a little fresher taste. Because the first time I watched this shit, it was hype. And I got a whole list of notes that I'm taking, or that I've took. And it's going to be sequential based upon my emotions and my reactions. What I thought about the episode so far, I'll give you that right now. I would say this, man. It was a 10. I'll give that episode a 10 just because of where it took you. Like, there were certain parts where you would get kind of disappointed. At least me, I got a little disappointed with the way they revealed certain things or who was going to be the villains of that episode. And then, like, right when I would get, upset about some shit on there, the next, like, the next little sequence would just make up for it almost instantly. And I know this is a little bit out of whack. It just feels a little bit more scatterbrained than my last videos on this shit. But let me just get straight to the motherfucking content. First off the rip, man, I was so hype about this episode that I actually even watched the whole intro. And I don't know if it's just because I've had a past shitty week, and so this shit was like my little savior from that. And then two, Konohamaru's antidote. I was when he pulled out that little syringe, and because how last episode ended, 160 was on the shit where what's his name? It was like some meeting. They were meeting like this little dwarf motherfucker, and he was like, "Dog, if you're the real doctor, this is what you're gonna do for me. You're gonna heal my ass. I just injected myself with the Hashirama cells." So right when Konohamaru kind of pulled out the syringe off the rip and already had the antibodies from Mitsuki, it kind of seemed like, all right, bro, come on, dog, really? Like, I wish there was more drama, because it just seemed like how that episode ended, 160, how that ended. It left you like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? And they just all like immediately had a solution for that, and there was like no real struggle. It was kind of just like, oh well, the doctor gave me one dose and we were gonna take it back to the leaf, but this shit happened. And then this whole Sakia thing, I was kind of upset about that. The reveal of who that dude worked for, the little butler, I just know him as Butler. I was hoping he was gonna say Deepa. I was hoping he was gonna be like, yeah, I work for this man named Deepa, but I didn't, Beauty, he kept mentioning that, but who knows? Maybe he a little on the sweet side. You don't even know. The fourth thing that kind of caught my attention, I thought this was dope. They had like the secret entrance. It was like a necessity for the butler to be around. And it made the team split up. So Sarada and fucking Mujino, or whatever the hell his name is, that little savage, they had to take the back of the whole little shit that was popping off. One thing I hate about this motherfucking coronavirus, bro, you can't do shit no more. Motherfuckers, nigga, what's up, bruh? Niggas riding bikes hella slow and shit. That nigga wanna run up. Goofy ass niggas, flip-flops. Now I gotta run this shit back. Niggas fucked up the mood. You had to see me get in this savage, but fuck that shit. Nah, fuck that. We gonna, cause nigga, I've been through some shit. Nigga get ran up on from the back. You never know. You never know. All right, hold on. So that whole little secret cave thing, it made it so that Butler wasn't just like a random dude. It was just like yeah, you need me, dog. You still need me, dog. You can't just like, you healed me. It's cool. I could take you there, but you need me, my niggas. There's like a barrier and shit that's going on. Motherfuckers died trying to get into that castle unless they have like the permission. They had like a priest who was doing this whole little shield over the village itself. Similar to how or like they have that chakra bearing sensor where you have to have that your identity has to be recognized within the Leaf Village. So like when what's his name? Itachi, when Itachi would come back to the Leaf Village, when you would see that in filler episodes of Naruto, that's how he goes undetected. He could still enter that. Even Orochimaru, when he comes back into the village after being like a rogue ninja, he comes in unnoticed. There's no like alarm system that goes off just because their chakra is registered to that region. But you would think they would update that shit. And then so right when the team gets split up, right in the cut the whole time. So this is like the fifth thing that caught my attention. A hype moment for me. the quadruplets, they were just in the cut the whole time, just chilling. So it kind of brought this whole other antagonist factor to that, what was going on in the situation. So we have this, they're already undercover going to this castle in the Land of Silence. Yeah, the Land of Silence, fucking Wild Wild West ass village. And then you kind of forgot about, well, at least I did, I forgot about that whole triplet, and they were using sexy jutsu themselves to try to get that briefcase and shit. So to see that they would still stick around, and at this point of the episode, it's kind of like, okay, so what are they gonna do? How high ranked are they? Like, what's gonna happen, you know? 6. So at this point of the episode, we get back to Mitsuki and the doctor and that girl that they're healing. This shit was just, it was cool to see, but I'm gonna be real. My notes on this was just like, blood transfusion was gross. I closed my eyes because I'm pussy. I'm not gonna lie, needles and all that blood and that fucking injections and shit, that makes me queasy a little bit. So even in this animated form, when I seen that shit, I was like, oh, fuck this shit. I closed my eyes. The blood wasn't even red. It was like orange goo-wop shit. Still gross as shit. And then they were all hyping up the butler. So this is my 7th note. The butler was kind of in his, oh, I would die for my boss. She's so beautiful. She's so this, and that. And when I finally get the reveal of this bitch, straight garbage. Lady Sakia, straight trash. But it made sense, though, because he's an old man himself. That's what, at least what I was thinking. Because I'm like, oh, okay, he's an old nigga. So I would assume he's into old bitches. So that made sense. But then he kind of, you know, then we get to the reason why they wanted the Hashirama cells, or why they even purchased them in the first place. They believe that's going to make her look young again. So he was saying, yeah, she's beautiful, but the one thing is time. Time got to her, bruh. She garbage. She don't like her wrinkles. She weak. And then the aircraft. So everyone, I was seeing this thing, and this totally slipped my eye. I seen this more on Reddit than anything. Not even really in some, I don't think anyone really mentioned this shit in the video, but it was the blimp. Everyone's seen the blimp when they were like, oh, wait, these people have aircrafts? When they first get to the fucked up village and shit. And that's what I'm assuming when she went to buy the cell. So that was her ship. It wasn't, it wasn't your, no spoilers, son. It wasn't that. And that slipped my mind. So when I seen that in the Reddit post and I was reading that shit, I was like, oh, that's dope. It slipped my, because I forgot about that chapter in the manga. I forgot about that whole little thing. But it was a bit bittersweet for me to know that was Sakia's little blimp. Bittersweet, I say, because one side I'm happy. I was happy it wasn't getting all the way there yet, because I like to tease myself. I like anticipation. And the other half, I was a little bit disappointed, because it was like, okay, there's still a little bit more time left before we get to the shits for real, my nigga. And then number 9. So now at this point, the butler's like, they're inside the castle, and then the booby traps. The booby traps was another one of those things where it was like, oh shit, okay. Because like a lot of the episodes, it's kind of been straight path shit, like straight. Like, okay, or at least stagnant. Even when it was exciting, it was either like straight up, okay. This one was more like peak, and then okay, then oh shit, and then something like else kind of like sucky would happen, and then you're like, oh shit. So to me, I don't know, man. I explained this to a homie. I was like, with the manga, this was specifically with the manga. It was kind of like, for me, I'm not going to say no spoilers, but there's just like this one thing about the manga that I don't like, but the story just makes up for it. The story just makes up for it, and you don't give a fuck. You just don't give a fuck because the story's that fucking good, my nigga. So the booby traps. And I would say one more thing about the little booby trap situation where they're all fucking chained the shit up, and he got the Hashirama cells. Remember, he had them shits pointed at Boruto. But the butler, the tone he switches, because he's going from this all gullible ass, slave ass bitch. He goes from the idiotic drone with a crush to, his crush to the fucking, whatever the fuck, Sakura. And he just turned savage in that little instance. I hate motherfuckers, bro. Niggas don't pull up on me up to my right hands. Fuck them motherfuckers. Oh, chink ass niggas. I'm gonna have to edit that. I'm gonna have to edit that out. And I don't even know how. That's fucked up. Fuck it, and we keeping it, bro. We keeping it, dog. Forgive me, dog. I'm not racist, bro. It was just like, I be talking shit. So 10, bro, the Hashirama cells on Boruto. And that was like, let me just go back, because we're not gonna glimpse over like I didn't say that shit. I'm in my space right now. I'm about to play basketball. I'm like, I don't like filming these videos when motherfuckers is out and about watch, because when they see a nigga with a camera, they look. And that's my defense mechanism. I just talk shit and I say shit that I don't mean. So number 10, right? Hashirama cells on Boruto. And I kind of fucked myself up because when I seen that shit, I was like, oh shit, okay. So if he injects them, is this gonna make Boruto OP? Because I'm not saying like on a Mitsuki thing, we seen what happened when he ingested a little bit of that fragment. His immune system was just so good that it rejected it kind of. He still was fucked up a little bit. But Boruto, I was just kind of thinking like, oh shit, is he gonna get some super fucking power because of this shit? Is this gonna be some Sage mode type shit? And then I was thinking, oh, is this when his Jogan activates? And that's when I got fucked up because I was like, oh yeah, anime, he already has it. Manga, it's not really a thing yet. At least I haven't really noticed it until a little certain thing happened in the manga. And then like, all right, so after he gets fucked up in that shit, the Shadow Clone shit was kind of cool. It was alright. But I was a little bit butthurt because I was wondering how the fuck the twins had infiltrated the castle type shit. You know, I was like, all right, how the fuck them niggas inside this bitch? And on the flip side of that, I guess it does show the skill that they had, how high level they really are, because throughout this episode, like, they go from some dumb bitches, like when we were first introduced to them, they're just some, they're just some bitches. Like they're just using the sexy jutsu, but we don't really know what the fuck they on. We just see them in the shadows. And then this episode, they turned the fuck up. And I'm kind of glad that they did, because I was kind of like, all right, bro, now we're going to have to deal with some filler motherfuckers. Sakia, the quadruplets. It's kind of like, where's the shits? Where's the fucking Kara? Where's, like, I want to see motherfuckers throw hands. 162 is going to be crazy. I'm already knowing. 162 is going to be crazy. And after we had the whole little quadruplets infiltrating the castle, we get the deepest silhouette. The deepest silhouette. When I first seen it, heat. I was juiced the fuck up. I had to read this shit a few times, went back because the nigga was eating food, went back, and then I noticed, yo, hold on, I seen a 4-pack, and then I seen he was wearing like that shit Sai was wearing, except his shit was a blouse. And that's when I kind of lost like I was like, all right, nigga in a blouse, and it's like that half shirt, but at the same time, I'm already fucking knowing he got hands, so I'm gonna let that shit slide. There was a scene, like a little scene after that. So, Konohamaru was playing as a doctor, right? And he demands a drink. He's like, nigga, I don't do shit unless I'm drinking, motherfucker. I keep a steady hand when I'm off the shits. Bring me some shit. So after we get to that little, funny moment, and I think a lot of that was comic relief. There was there was everything in this motherfucker. There was a few points where I was disappointed, like I said. Then it was like, oh shit. There was a lot of that. And there was comic relief in this shit. So this shit was packed. This probably was one of my favorite episodes. Well, shit, the best episode of the whole actuation arc so far. This is the best shit. And I feel like it's gonna get fucked up. It's about to get fucking popping, dog. Hold on, let me just do this shit so I can play hoop, because I need to get, I'm starting to sweat in this motherfucking shit. Alright, so when I seen that wine glass, because finally my man's gets his little drink, but we just see a glass and some wine getting poured in. I thought that was the biggest boss. I ain't gonna say his name, but if you read the manga and you think wine glass, nigga sipping wine, I thought we was gonna get a cutscene from the boss himself. And that's when I was like, oh shit, okay. And then I calmed down because again, it was, Konohamaru. And I wonder if the show did that purposely. That's my real question. I wonder if that shit did it purposely. Because, like, this is a weird little anime. It's kind of like, it's like incentivizing, or it's just like, if you read the manga, it's showing you love, bro. Like, I swear to God, it wants you to just it wants you to fuck with both. And if you're doing that, if you're reading it and watching it, I think that's when you're getting the most out of the show itself. Because it's like these little Easter egg type shits that go on. And then Boruto, bruh. Boruto been knocking niggas out lately. Just using taijutsu, bruh. He just told them nigga, like, I think one of the underrated scenes for me was a jab to the gut. The elbow drop. Elbow drop was the move of the episode. The elbow drop was the move of the episode, bruh. And then he said, go to sleep, nigga. Sakia slumped was another fucking thing, bruh. I forgot about this shit. So, Boruto's about to be successful doing his thing. He gets to his fucking target point, and there's a kunai in the back of Sakia's fucking dome, damn near, like her upper back. That was crazy. This shit was suspenseful. It was a lot of suspense. Even when it wasn't real action going on, you were still jumping at certain moments, and I fuck with that shit. And it was all the quadruplets, and that's what I'm saying. It's like they were showing their fucking, like, these niggas was like, fuck y'all, nigga, we ain't no filler motherfuckers, bro. That's what they was showing me. That's what they was making an audition to be fucking canon, bro. That's what they was looking like. Like, dog, you gonna have to put us in the fucking manga, because we putting in work, dog. Like, they was auditioning for the manga. They was auditioning to be canon, because these niggas, these is probably the sickest filler, aside from, all right, so if you watch Naruto Shippuden, I forget his fucking name, but he's from the Sand Village. He's a taijutsu user just like Rock Lee. He's inspired by Rock Lee. The reason why he's a fucking shinobi in the first place is because Gaara met Rock Lee, but when he became Kage, he was like, hey, we gotta ban this shit, because in the Sand Village, if you don't have no fucking ninjutsu, you just can't be, at a point, you couldn't be shinobi. You couldn't be a shinobi at all. Rock Lee fought with, Rock Lee fights Gaara. Gaara, you know, gets his whole little mind changed about shit. By the time he gets some power, he's like, he gets this motherfucker, I forget his fucking name, Shira, I think his name was. And then that, like, he basically, bottom line, I don't know if they'll ever show him again, but Gaara has a fucking bodyguard who's just basically a Sand Village version of Rock Lee, and he had more hands than Rock Lee. He let Rock Lee beat him in that fight, just out of respect. He was like, dog, I fuck with you, dog. You like a brother to me, you know, type shit. But the quadruplets, oh yeah, there was a point where I thought the Shadow Clone was the one sneaking around. I thought that shit was not Boruto. So when Boruto's Shadow Clone kind of just poofed out of the chains, I was a little bit confused, because I didn't know who was who. Real tight, he bamboozled your boy, and the butler got bodied. Who else? It was just, everyone was fucking dropping dead in this fucking. It was just so much fucking bodies. Well, aside from the fucking war arc, this is probably the most dead motherfuckers Naruto has ever included in any type of series, because it was just bodies after bodies after bodies. And I don't really remember in Shippuden if niggas died really like that. I mean, I know people niggas got killed, but I don't know if, I've never seen so many people die in an episode that wasn't the war arc, because it was usually like us versus them, and then we beat them, or we got them to fucking succumb to us, or they changed their heart, you know, type shit. But the butler got bodied, fucking Sakia gets bodied, and now where this shit ended, and I'm gonna end this video here because I feel like I'm blubber mouthing. The whole fucking, like, you gotta give a round of applause to the fucking quadruplets. They were the stars of the show, and they were the unsuspecting stars of the show, because everyone was like, I was looking for some deeper shit. We got introduced to deeper, and like I'm saying, it's like, this is not the climax. We're just getting there. The next episode's probably gonna be climax, and then it's gonna start dwindling down, and then we're gonna get into, this shit is gonna be fucking crazy, bro. If they slide into the Owl arc after this shit, after we see some crazy ass shit, if we see a fight deeper and all them shit, Victor, I don't think we're gonna see Victor. Victor's gonna be in the cut, because we ain't gonna see Victor for a minute. But deeper, oh my god, going into the Owl arc is gonna be sick. Just round of applause for the quadruplets. The way this story ends, they got them booby trapped like a motherfucker. It was trap after trap after trap. Now the whole fucking land of silence is after these niggas, and they're thinking they're gonna get a reward if they come back with the head of the Hokage's son, as well as Konohamaru. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. This is the longest fucking video I've done on Boruto. All over the place. You see me say some crazy shit to some Chinese people. They weren't even Chinese. It was one white woman and a Filipino. After I, got the close up. The masks make everybody look like everybody. I'm gonna shoot some hoop. Shout out to all my Boruto niggas. If there's any Chinese people in the community that watch this shit, dog, bruh. Like, I'm gonna keep it real, bruh. Fuck it. It is what it is. I'm not a racist. If you hurt, you're hurt. Peace.